Jaguar Wright just detonated the internet with a revelation so wild, so unpredictable that fans are still trying to process what they heard. In a bombshell livestream, Jaguar claims she has a secret list tied directly to Chrisean rock, and according to her, this list contains shocking names, private betrayals, and jaw-dropping connections that could destroy reputations across the industry. This wasn't just gossip. Jaguar spoke with the kind of confidence that makes you freeze in your seat, the kind of energy that screams, "I've been holding this for too long. And now it's time to burn the house down." And Chrisean, she was the centerpiece of it. According to Jaguar. The list doesn't just expose Chrisean's behind-the-scenes behavior, it allegedly links her to industry insiders, hidden deals, and scandals that fans were never supposed to know about. And here's the kicker. Insiders say Jaguar has already shared pieces of this so-called list with powerful people behind the scenes. And the reason she went public now is because someone tried to silence her. Fans immediately flooded Twitter and TikTok with theories. Was it real? Was Jaguar bluffing for clout? Or was this the smoking gun that could flip the entire narrative of Chrisean rock's rise to fame? One thing's for certain, the secret list is out, and the fallout has only just begun. When Jaguar Wright speaks, people brace themselves. She isn't known for subtlety, diplomacy, or carefully worded statements. She's known for pulling the curtains back, shining a flashlight into the darkest corners of the industry, and naming names that others are too scared to whisper. And now she has aimed her sights on Chrisean rock, but not just with casual shade or petty commentary. Jaguar claims she's holding a secret list tied directly to Chrisean. And according to her, that list could rock the foundations of reality, TV, hip-hop, and celebrity culture itself. To understand why this shook the internet so badly, you have to know Jaguar Wright's reputation. For years, she's been the loose cannon of the industry, exposing powerful men, unraveling cover-ups, and spilling tea so messy that even her enemies admit they're afraid of her. She's made enemies out of executives, rappers, and moguls. And yet, she still pops up livestream after livestream, dropping names without blinking. When Jaguar says she has receipts, the world leans in, not because they always believe her, but because she always says just enough to make you wonder, what if she's telling the truth? And now, for the first time, Chrisean rock is in her crosshairs. Chrisean, already drowning in drama with Blueface, her sister Tessaki, and the Zeus Network, didn't need another enemy. But Jaguar has changed the game by claiming she has documentation. Not just stories, not just rumors, but an actual list of names and events connected to Chrisean. And according to Jaguar, this list is the reason certain people in Hollywood and reality TV have been protecting Chrisean, even when her public behavior looked like self-destruction. Jaguar didn't hold back in her livestream. She hinted that Chrisean's name appears alongside major industry figures, producers, promoters, even rappers who allegedly had arrangements that fans knew nothing about. She didn't drop the full details yet, but she teased enough to send shockwaves. This ain't about fights on baddies. This ain't about no messy Instagram drama. It's about paperwork, payoffs, and a pattern. Fans immediately started speculating. What kind of list could Jaguar possibly have? Some theorized it was a roster of financial transactions, proof that Zeus producers or industry execs had been funneling money around Chrisean's appearances. Others believed it might be a black book of private dealings, like a list of celebrities secretly tied to her through hidden relationships or backroom deals. The most extreme theory, that the list names powerful women and men who groom young reality stars, and that Chrisean, hey, knowingly or not, got swept into that web. But here's the part that really set the internet on fire. Jaguar claimed she didn't stumble upon this list randomly. According to her, she received it from someone close to Chrisean who felt betrayed. Someone inside the circle, someone tired of keeping secrets. Jaguar refused to say the name, but the implication was clear. This wasn't outside gossip. This was betrayal from within. The timing couldn't be more dangerous for Chrisean. She's already locked in battles with Blueface, who's threatened to leak personal footage. She's feuding with her sister Teseki, who claims to have recordings. That could ruin her. She's under pressure from Zoo's network, who allegedly has contracts that keep her chained to their machine, and now, Jaguar Wright is threatening to release a list that could connect her to a scandal bigger than anything the public has seen so far. It's no wonder fans are calling this the beginning of the end, or the real beginning of Chrisean's downfall. The internet immediately fractured into camps. Some said Jaguar was clout chasing, using Chrisean's name to stay relevant. Others insisted Jaguar has never missed when it comes to exposing dirty secrets. And then there were the conspiracy theorists who pointed out that Jaguar's timing was suspicious, dropping this claim just as Chrisean seemed to be building momentum for a comeback. Could this be sabotage? Could powerful people be feeding Jaguar information to silence Chrisean before she flips the industry herself? Either way, the secret list has become the talk of the town. Bloggers are scrambling for scraps. Fans are refreshing timelines for leaks. And insiders are whispering that the names on that list aren't just shocking, they're career-ending. And here's the scariest part. Jaguar says she's only revealed a fraction of what she knows. In her own words, this is just the appetizer. If they keep testing me, I'll serve the whole meal. If that's true, then we're not just talking about another messy headline. We're talking about the kind of revelation that could burn bridges, end shows, and force powerful figures into hiding. Which brings us to the first major conflict. Because almost immediately after Jaguar's bombshell, Chrisean's circle fired back. And trust me, what they revealed makes this story 10 times darker. The moment Jaguar Wright dropped the words "secret list," the entire internet froze. But the fallout didn't really start until she went live again this time. With names. Jaguar sat in front of the camera, calm but sharp, and said, "You think Chrisean Rock is just chaos and drama on Zeus? Nah, baby. She's tied to a list that exposes who's really been pulling her strings. And when I tell you these names, you've gone look at her whole career differently." That single sentence sent shockwaves across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Fans scrambled to clip it, to break down every word, to guess what names could possibly be on that list. Some joked it was industry execs. Others swore it was celebrities Chrisean had crossed paths with. But nobody was prepared for what Jaguar actually hinted at, according to her. The list connects Chrisean to promoters, producers, and even rappers who allegedly played roles in shaping her public image, not by accident, but by design. Jaguar claimed Chrisean's rise wasn't as organic as it looked. She painted a picture of backroom deals, hush money payouts, secret arrangements that would flip Zeus Network on its head. If exposed, and then Jaguar dropped her first bombshell. She claimed that Blueface himself wasn't just Chrisean's toxic partner. He was allegedly listed as one of the enablers on this document. According to Jaguar, the list shows how Blueface and Zeus producers collaborated to build Chrisean into a spectacle. She suggested the fights, the breakdowns, and even the most viral moments weren't just spontaneous chaos, but engineered disasters meant to generate money for everyone else while leaving Chrisean trapped. That revelation broke the internet. Fans flooded Twitter with posts like, "Wait, so Blueface was in on it the whole time?" And Jaguar saying what we already suspected: Chrisean is the puppet, not the puppet master. Within hours, hashtags like #ChrisEan exposed and #Jaguar list were trending worldwide. But here's where things took an even darker turn. Jaguar claimed the list didn't just expose industry names, it also contained personal betrayals from inside Chrisean's own family. She didn't say Teseki's name outright, but fans caught the hint when Jaguar referred to a sister who sold her out for a check. Immediately, speculation went into overdrive. Could Teseki have been the one to hand Jaguar this so-called list? Did she betray her sister by feeding private information to Jaguar just to get revenge? The theory spread like wildfire. Some fans said it made perfect sense. Tessaki had already gone live multiple times, trashing Chrisean, and their relationship has always been a cycle of love and hate. Others argued it was too obvious, that Jaguar was... And then, just when people thought Jaguar was bluffing, she delivered her first receipt. She pulled out a sheet of paper and flashed it to the camera, blurred so nobody could read the full text, but just enough for fans to see typed names and dates. Jaguar smirked and said, "See this? These ain't rumors. These are records. And if they keep pushing me, the whole list goes live." The internet erupted. Screenshots of that single blurry sheet spread like wildfire. Fans zoomed in, enhanced, circled, speculated. Some claimed they could make out the name of a well-known Zeus producer. Others swore they saw the initials BN, sparking wild theories that it stood for Natalie Nunn. Was Jaguar implying Natalie herself was on the list? Natalie's fans immediately jumped to her defense, calling it fake, while others screamed. It all makes sense now. The speculation was uncontrollable, and Jaguar hadn't even fully revealed the contents yet. But the first twist came when Chrisean herself reacted within hours. She jumped on IG Live, clearly emotional, pacing around her room, yelling into the camera, "Jaguar Wright, keep my name out your mouth. You don't know me. You don't know my life. And you damn sure don't got no list on me. Stop playing with me before I pull up." That live instantly went viral. Fans clipped her shouting, "Stop playing with me," and turned it into TikTok. Audios, memes, and GIFs. But here's the thing. Instead of clearing her name, her reaction only made the conspiracy worse. People started saying she looked guilty, that her defensiveness proved Jaguar was telling the truth. Some even compared it to Blueface's old tactic, denying everything, still looking like he had something to hide. Meanwhile, blogs began whispering that Jaguar wasn't bluffing. One gossip site claimed they had seen portions of the list, describing it as a document detailing payouts and communications between Zeus producers, Blueface's camp, and unnamed affiliates. If that was true, it meant Jaguar wasn't just stirring chaos for attention, she was holding a grenade. And Chrisean was standing directly on top of it. And just when fans thought it couldn't get any worse, Jaguar hinted at the biggest bomb. Yet, she claimed the list included not just current names, but connections, tying Chrisean back to her early days before Zeus, before Blueface. Jaguar suggested Chrisean had been linked to industry figures from the start, and that her rise to fame wasn't luck or timing, but part of a much bigger play. That revelation cracked the internet in half. Was Chrisean's entire story. The raw, chaotic, messy girl who made it actually a carefully constructed narrative backed by powerful people. Jaguar didn't confirm, she didn't deny. She just smiled into the camera and said, "This is only the beginning." And with that, the stage was set for the next shocking reveal. Because if Jaguar's holding a real list, and if that list ties Chrisean to betrayals from her own sister, Blueface, and Zeus, then the fallout isn't just gossip. It's a nuclear bomb waiting to go off. Jaguar Wright knew exactly what she was doing. By flashing that blurred piece of paper and dropping just enough hints to ignite suspicion. She didn't just stir the pot, she set the entire kitchen on fire. But the real explosion came the next day, when Jaguar took things from vague accusations to direct revelations, in a fiery livestream that peaked at over 70,000 viewers. Jaguar leaned into the camera and said, "Y'all keep asking me what's on this list? Fine, let's talk about it. Let's talk about who's been protecting Chrisean and why." The chat went wild. Thousands of fans spammed comments begging her to name names. And she did. Jaguar claimed the secret list included Zeus executives, 2 well-known promoters in Atlanta, and a handful of artists who allegedly benefited from Chrisean's chaos. She didn't read the entire list, but she did say one name that made jaws drop. Blueface wasn't just her boyfriend. He's on this list too. He cashed checks off her pain, and he wasn't the only one. The internet froze. Jaguar was now confirming what many suspected, that Blueface's relationship with Chrisean wasn't just toxic. It was transactional, allegedly part of a larger system, designed to keep her unstable for ratings and profit. And then she added something even more sinister. According to Jaguar, the list contained internal communications, emails, receipts, even signed paperwork connecting Chrisean to contracts and deals that went way beyond what fans saw on TV. She claimed certain producers paid to keep her unstable, arranging situations that would guarantee explosive fights and breakdowns. And she swore she had documentation to back it up. The crowd erupted. Blogs immediately clipped her words, blasting headlines like, Jaguar Wright. Chrisean Rock was exploited by design, the secret list exposes. Blueface's role in orchestrated chaos. Jaguar hints at Zoo's emails that could sink the network. But that wasn't even the most shocking part. Jaguar hinted that the betrayal came from inside Chrisean's own family. She dropped the bomb. Somebody close gave me this list. Somebody tired of protecting her. Somebody with her blood. Instantly, all eyes turned to Taseki. Fans flooded Twitter with threads speculating that Chrisean's sister had handed Jaguar the receipts. Hashtags like #SisterSnitch and #TeaseHKI exposed began trending. The narrative was out of control. Chrisean versus Blueface, Chrisean versus Zeus, and now possibly Chrisean versus her own sister. Taseki wasted no time clapping back. She went live, furious, denying she'd given Jaguar anything. Don't put me in that. I don't mess with that lady. If she got a list, she got it from somewhere else, but it damn sure wasn't me. But her denial didn't calm the storm. It only fueled it. Fans pointed out that Jaguar had been too specific, too confident to be bluffing. Somebody close. Chrisean had flipped, and whether it was Taseki or not, the betrayal was real. Meanwhile, Blueface added gasoline to the flames. He tweeted then, deleted a cryptic line, lists ain't scary when everybody already know the truth. Fans instantly interpreted it as confirmation that Jaguar's list was real. Some even accused Blueface of secretly feeding Jaguar info to protect himself, sacrificing Chrisean's image in the process. But then came the shocking reveal that shook the industry. A blog notorious for exposing industry secrets published what they claimed was a snippet of Jaguar's list. The blurry screenshot showed several bullet points, including payments, appearance bonuses tied to altercations, affiliates, redacted names in coordination with Blueface Camp, confidential, family member acting as intermediary. The screenshot went viral instantly. Fans zoomed in, enhanced, and speculated about the redacted names. Some swore they saw a name that looked like N. None blurred out. Others pointed to initials that looked like TR. The theories multiplied by the second, with Reddit threads hitting thousands of comments. If that snippet was even partially authentic, it confirmed everything Jaguar had said, that Chrisean wasn't just messy, she was being engineered into mess by people around her, all cashing in on her chaos. And just when the internet thought it couldn't get darker, Jaguar hinted that this was only phase 1. She smirked and said, if they don't stop playing with me, I'll drop the full list. And when I do, y'all gon' see names that'll make you rethink the whole Zeus empire. The chat exploded. Fans begged her to drop it immediately. Others warned her, saying she was playing with fire. Conspiracy theorists jumped in, claiming Jaguar was now in danger, that powerful people wouldn't let her go public with something this explosive. And as if on cue, Jaguar's live stream abruptly cut off. She disappeared mid-sentence, leaving tens of thousands of viewers in shock. When she came back hours later, she claimed her Wi-Fi had been tampered with. Fans didn't know whether to believe her, but it only made the list seem more real. At this point, the situation wasn't just scandalous gossip. It was spiraling into a full-on industry crisis. If Jaguar truly had emails, payments, and contracts, then Zeus Network, Blueface, and even Chrisean's family could be implicated in a scandal bigger than anything we've seen yet. And here's the kicker: insiders whispered that Jaguar wasn't bluffing. One anonymous source told a major blog she's sitting on a gold mine. She drops the full thing, careers are over. Which leads to the million-dollar question. Who will make the next move? Will Zeus try to silence Jaguar? Will Chrisean sue? Will Blueface leak something of his own to distract from the list? If Jaguar makes good on her threat, the secret list won't just expose Chrisean. It could expose the entire machine that created her. End from the way. Jaguar smiled into the camera before her live stream cut off. One thing is clear, she's only getting started. The second Jaguar's live stream cut off mid-sentence. The internet went insane. Fans weren't just reacting, they were spiraling. Twitter became a war zone. Instagram timelines were flooded with screenshots, and TikTok was drowning in conspiracies stitched together from every blurry clip and half-heard sentence. Fans divided into factions. On one side were the believers, convinced Jaguar was holding the industry's dirtiest secrets in her hands. They praised her for being the only one with the guts to expose the machine, turning her into a kind of whistleblower hero figure. Hashtags like #JaguarList and #ExposeZeus climbed the trending charts. One viral TikTok declared, "Jaguar been warning us for years. Now she's coming for Zeus, Blueface, and Chrisean. Believe her or not, she's shaking the industry." But skeptics fought back just as hard. They accused Jaguar of clout chasing, pointing out that she always hints but never fully drops the bomb. One viral thread read, "If the list was real, she'd have dropped it by now. It's smoke and mirrors, and y'all falling for it." That thread racked up 1/OK likes. The skepticism didn't stop the chaos, it only amplified it. Because now the debate itself was part of the spectacle. Chrisean's fans react rock's loyal supporters. It's already protective after months of Blueface's trolling rallied around her. They pushed hashtags like #ProtectChrisEan and #StopExploitingRock, painting her as a victim of constant abuse, betrayal, and now industry sabotage. One emotional tweet that spread across platforms read, "This girl is fighting her baby, daddy, her sister, her bosses, and now Jaguar, right? Y'all want her destroyed?" But her critics didn't hold back either. Memes calling her the puppet queen flooded TikTok, with creators stitching Jaguar's clips into compilations showing Chrisean's wildest moments on baddies. The narrative painted her not as a victim, but as a knowing participant in her own chaos. Someone who benefited from being the center of the storm. Celebrities enter the chat. This wasn't just fans anymore. Celebrities couldn't resist adding their voices. Natalie, Nunn, always ready to defend Zeus, went live, calling Jaguar irrelevant and a liar, clout chasing off the baddies franchise. Her rant drew tens of thousands of viewers, but the backlash was instant. Fans accused Natalie of trying too hard to silence Jaguar. One comment going viral, "If Jaguar was lying, Natalie wouldn't be this pressed." Meanwhile, Tamar Braxton tweeted a cryptic message, "Lists don't lie. People do." She didn't tag anyone, but the timing made it impossible not to connect it to Jaguar's claims. Tamar's post sent her own fan base into overdrive, speculating that she had insider knowledge and was quietly co-signing Jaguar's story. Rapper Wack 100, notoriously close to Blueface, jumped in to blasting Jaguar as crazy and washed up, but his harsh tone backfired. Fans started dragging him, saying his overreaction looked like damage control for Blueface. One meme of Wack sweating while reading the list hit over 1 million views on TikTok. And then, to make things messier, Summer Walker commented under a Shade Room post, "This ain't even shocking. Hollywood been like this." That one sentence reignited every conspiracy theory imaginable. Industry panic while fans and celebrities traded blows online. Blogs began whispering about behind-the-scenes chaos at Zeus Network. One insider told a gossip site that executives were freaking out about Jaguar's claims, especially since leaked audio had already painted them as exploitative. Allegedly, Zoo's lawyers were considering a cease and desist against Jaguar, but worried that taking legal action would make them look guilty. Meanwhile, rumors spread that Blueface's camp was in damage control mode. Some claimed he was preparing to release exclusive footage to flip the narrative back onto Chrisean. Others said he was in talks with Zeus to double down on a new season of Crazy in Love as a distraction tactic. Either way, the pressure was boiling. Fan theory spiral Reddit lit up with theories about who else might be on Jaguar's list. Some fans were convinced Natalie Nunn's name was blurred in the leaked snippet. Others speculated about rappers who had crossed paths with Chrisean in her early days, throwing out names with zero proof. But every guess spread like wildfire. The most extreme theory? The list tied Zeus executives to a bigger Hollywood pipeline of exploiting vulnerable talent for profit. Theories got so intense that even mainstream outlets started covering it. Complex ran a piece titled, "Did Jaguar Wright Just Expose Zeus Network?" Rolling Stone framed it differently, writing, "Jaguar Wright weaponizes mystery list in latest industry clash." TMZ went for pure chaos with Jaguar threatens to drop names Chrisean in the crosshairs. The cliffhanger reaction by now. The public wasn't just waiting for proof, they were demanding it. Jaguar's live stream cutting off mid-threat became the centerpiece of the drama. Was it really a Wi-Fi issue? Was she silenced? Was someone trying to stop her? TikTok conspiracy accounts stitched her frozen face into ominous edits, claiming she was shut down by powerful forces. The result? The internet is now trapped in suspense, hanging on every move. Chrisean's silence is fueling rumors. Blueface's cryptic tweets are making things worse. And Jaguar's promise to drop the whole list still hangs in the air like a guillotine. Because if she does, the industry won't just be shaken, it'll be exposed. Just when the internet thought Jaguar Wright couldn't possibly take things further. She reappeared this time looking calmer, colder, and more deliberate. A turn wasn't chaotic anymore, it was chilling, like someone who knew they were about to set off an earthquake. She leaned into the camera and whispered, "Y'all want to know why they scared of this list? Because it don't just expose Chrisean, it exposes everybody tied to her rise." And then she revealed the twist nobody was prepared for. Jaguar claimed the list wasn't just about payouts, contracts, and producers. It allegedly contained the names of mainstream artists and industry moguls who had secret dealings with Chrisean. People whose reputations would crumble if the connections ever went public. She didn't drop all the names, but she hinted at one in particular, a chart-topping rapper who supposedly helped position Chrisean in the spotlight long before Blueface made her famous. The internet went wild with guesses. Some pointed at Drake, others at Lil Baby, others at Da Baby. Fans were dissecting old photos, old tweets, even background cameos in music videos. TikTok detectives pulled up screenshots of Chrisean in random studios, convinced they had cracked the code. But Jaguar wasn't done. She dropped one line that made chills run through the culture. "This list proves Chrisean ain't the victim y'all think she is. She's been playing the game too. She's